Parents, guidance. If you don't delegate duties, house chores to your children, to those living under your roof, I bet you are not doing them any good. You are not helping their future. Try and watch this video from the beginning to the end, and you will understand why you should delegate duties to members of your household. Welcome you to talk about it with Queen Esther. I am your host, and this is Queen Esther. Thank you for coming back to watch my videos. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to my family, my subscribers. I love you. And if you're just coming, on Talk About It with Queen Esther for the first time, please don't go without watching this video to the end. Don't go without subscribing and click on the notification bell so you'll be one of the first people to get our videos, to get the notification when new videos are being uploaded on this channel. And don't forget to share all our videos and give all our videos thumbs up so we can keep flying. Thank you so much. Thank you all for always coming back to learn one or two things. And I promise you, soon we'll start having our guests, guests that will come on the show to talk about a particular topic, to maybe share their stories or educate us on a particular topic. People that are professionals in different fields, so we can learn and be educated in things happening or things that we should know. So don't worry, fingers crossed, they will start coming soon. We're making preparations for that, and when the time is right, you will see them. But for now, it is my face you'll be seeing all the time for now, until when it's time for our guests to come on the show, when it's time for us to have the roundtable discussion. So, so sit back, go nowhere. Please keep sharing this video and my other videos so we can keep flying, like I said earlier. Okay, without wasting any more time, I would like us to go straight into the video, into the topic of today. What are we talking about? Drums roll. Okay, we'll be talking about delegation. It is a very important topic that every mother, every guardian, everyone should know about, even those unmarried or those that don't have children yet. Please watch this video so you understand and get tips on how to delegate duties, house chores to members of your family and how you can help them. So, before I take us into any topic, I would like to define, let us know and understand what that topic is before we can, dive into more of it. So, what is delegation? I would say delegation is the ability to assign duties, responsibilities, or tasks. I'm talking about delegating duties in the home, house chores. So that is what this video is all about. So in simple terms, delegation is the ability to assign duties, responsibilities, or tasks to someone with the intention of getting positive, good results at the end of such tasks. That is what delegation is in simple terms. Delegating house chores helps you to know who is responsible for a particular task. So when the work is undone, you know who to hold accountable. And when the work is done, you know who to commend, who to praise, and who to, to appreciate, to say, oh, you did this job well done. You get? So that is what delegation, house chores delegation. That is what it does for you. So now I'm going to give you the 5 reasons why you should delegate duties to your children, to your household members, to people living under your roof. Number one of the 5 reasons why you should delegate house chores is delegating house chores helps every member of the family to know what the responsibility they have in the house, what work each person has. Maybe your first daughter's duty is to clean the house or to clean a particular area. The other child is to do this, the other one is to wash, the other one is to, so it helps every member of that household to know what their duties are. So you don't come back and start saying, oh, this space is this space. So if you come back and see that the sitting room is untidy, is unkept, is dirty, you know who to hold accountable because you already assigned duties to everyone. So that's what our number 1 is talking about. And then number 2, it helps you, identify the potentials every member of your family has. It helps those hidden potentials come out. Like when they are doing some chores and maybe you watch them do, you say, oh, this person is really good at this. If you want someone to clean the mirrors, if you want the mirrors to look, shining, to shine and look good, you know who to assign such tasks to. Number 3 on the list is when you delegate tasks, you unintentionally discover the strengths and the weaknesses of members of your family. You know where this person's strength lies. Oh, this person's strength, this is, this person can, a family member A has the strength for this kind of work. Family member B has the strength for this kind of work. That doesn't mean that they can't learn from each other so that, you can balance everything. So that is the number 3 points of why you should delegate. And then number 4, why should you delegate duties to members of your household? Number 4 on my list, delegating tasks to members of your family helps them build their confidence, creativity, and develop skills that are crucial in life. That's what number 4 is telling you. Number 5, which is the last one on our list, delegation helps, members of your family know that it is not just the domestic staff that, that's wired to do house chores. It will help them know and realize that, oh, okay, I have been given this task and I have to do it. No excuses whatsoever. So they'll put their best foot forward. They'll put their best in that task to make sure they come out best, they do it well. And then it's for me, I would say, if you permit me to use this, to say this, I would say house chores is a lifelong lesson, lifelong skills. It's a skill that no one can take from anyone. It's a skill. Like me, I haven't washed clothes for a long time. There are some chores I don't do it anymore because I have older, kids doing all of this at home. That's where, that's the power of dedication. So there are some things I don't do in the house anymore. So, but if I find myself in an environment where I need to clean the house, where I need to wash, I need to do this, do that, of course, it's inside of me. It's something I have learned over the years, and it can't go away. I will still know how to do that chores. Do you understand? So the last on my list, which is the number 5, this one is a bit long, so please permit me to read from my scripts so I don't miss. This is very important, and that's why I made it number 5. I don't want us to miss any important points. So tax delegation helps in shaping the mindsets of members of the family, especially the younger ones, by making them know that house chores is not only for domestic staff. And by doing house chores, it will help them to know what, when, and how to carry out simple house chores on their own, even when they become adults and are living on their own. Wherever they find themselves, they know that these house chores have been taught on how to do this, on how to do that. So this is how it's done, and it won't be something new to them when they finally become adults, when they are independent and on their own. So this is why you should delegate house chores and not just leave it for the domestic staff or whoever. So please do that. So effective tax delegation in the home. That is the next point we'll be talking about. So you need to know, number one on my list is you need to know when to delegate. Sometimes delegating tasks is not necessary. Sometimes there are some things you can just do on your own, or there are some things that don't require you to delegate to someone. As I'm talking, this works for the office too, the office environment, the business environment, anywhere. But we are concentrating on house chores more because, this channel is a family-centered channel where we talk about a whole lot of things. So that is where we are. So, you need to know when to delegate a task. As a leader of, or as the head, or whoever you are in the family that is delegating, because sometimes even when the parents are not around, the older one can dedicate tasks. They can act, they can act as the parents for that period. They can receive that authority from the head of the house, the leader of the house, to act on their behalf. So you need to know when to delegate. As leader of the house, you wouldn't want to delegate duties when it's not necessary, when it's not needed. No, that's overusing that power. So you delegate when it is necessary. And when is it necessary? How do you know when it's necessary to delegate? Let me give you an example. For instance, I'm working on something, or I'm trying to do something in the house, and maybe I got a call for a meeting or something, or I'm running late for a meeting and I can't afford to go late for that meeting. And what I was doing at that time can't wait. It has to be done that time. And me going for my meeting and coming back, it would have been a waste, leaving that task undone. It wouldn't have, let me just say cooking, or I'm doing something or I'm baking or something, maybe, something that you just have to finish that time. It may not even be cooking, it may just be something that you have to do at that time. So I'll just look around and say, okay, this person, I've taught this person how to do this. I've taught this member of my family how to do that. I can now call that person and dedicate that duty. Say, okay, this is the point I got to. Please complete it for me before I get back. You get? So that's how you know when to delegate a task. If there was no meeting for me to attend, if I wasn't running late, I would definitely go ahead and finish whatever I was doing. But because it is necessary for me to go out and partake that meeting, I would then delegate that task to someone that is capable. So that is how you know when to delegate. So the second one is knowing the right candidate for a particular task. You need to choose the right candidate. As a leader, as a leader of your home, you need to know the right candidate for a particular task. You wouldn't want to give a task to someone that doesn't know how to do a particular thing, whereas you have someone that can do it perfectly well. So now let me give you an example. For instance, your first daughter, sorry, I'm using daughters. This one is cooking example. when I need to give example that has to do with more of the guys, don't get me wrong, guys to cook. There are a lot of guys that can really cook, but I'm going to use female as an example for this video. So for example, your first daughter can cook a goosey soup very well. She's good at that, and you want someone in the house to cook that soup. What do? You delegate your first daughter to cook the soup, because you know it will come out pretty well. It will come out as if you were the one that cooked the soup. But then you wouldn't want to delegate your second daughter because she's not good at cooking a goosey soup. So what do? You will use one stone to kill two birds. You will delegate the duty to your first daughter and mandate your second daughter to be in the kitchen to assist her sister and to learn at the same time. So she'll be in the kitchen to assist her sister and to learn how to make that egusi soup. So when it will get to a point where you say, okay, this girl has learned over the time, let me try her. Now, you now dedicate that same task, maybe after some months or some weeks, to your second daughter and say, okay, cook this egusi soup and make sure it's even better than the one your sister cooked or the one I usually cook. So you delegate that duty to her another time, and then mandate your first daughter to be there to supervise and watch her so it doesn't go wrong. Do you get it? So this is you using one stone to kill two birds. This one learning from this, and then this one supervising this other person later. So that is the power of delegation. The third one is you need to explain the goals, what you expect. You need to explain the goals, like what goal are you trying to, achieve here, and then at the same time provide the resources that they need to carry out such tasks. You can't give a task to someone without at least you explain and say, oh, this is what I expect. This should be your end result, a positive result at the end of this task.